In 3. Alrighty, welcome back to another week of Mattress Talk.
What's that voice?
That's my Mattress Talk voice.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
None of that.
Ice cold cans of Coke.
No, we don't have ice cold cans.
No.
Of any brand.
Oh, yeah, true. No, we don't have rights to say that. Ice cold cans of flavoured cola. Welcome to Mattress Talk 3.
3. Deuce. No. Try.
Trace.
Trace, yes.
Trace songs. Trace. I don't know. Following along the prequel? Trequel?
Trilogy.
What's a good trilogy? What should we call this one? Die Hard. What was Die Hard's third one? I don't know. What was...
Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3? What was...
If there were people watching this, they'd be yelling at you, Return of the Jedi.
No, but we did Star Wars in the last one.
Yeah, that's true.
We made a Star Wars reference in the last one.
Incorrectly.
Incorrectly. So I didn't want to go there again. I didn't want to offend the me again. Because I'm the only one who watches it, so...
Return of the King.
Which was what?
Third Lord of the Rings.
There you go. Gold member?
No. I mean, yes.
Yes.
But no.
But no. Mattress Talk 3, gold member. I think I like it.
Gold member. Platinum member.
Platinum member. Mattress Talk 3, I forgot to buy my membership.
Membership renewals are due at the end of the month.
What have we done since the last one? What's news?
Personally?
Yeah.
Not a lot. It's fringe prep still. It's all fringe prep.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And when do you have to have your stuff in for that?
April, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's not long.
No, it's not long at all. But it's good because because Comedy Fest is next month, so I'm just gonna see a bunch of shows and steal a bunch of jokes.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say get amused, but yeah, fair enough.
There will be amusement, but there may also just be some quiet notes.
If you see Matt in the background of your show,
I'm not reviewing you.
He's not a reviewer. Not an official reviewer.
I'll be front and center. Like, oh, that was good. I'm having that. I'm like the English, you know. They just sort of show up in a place and they're like, "Oh, this is nice.
I like it.
We'll take some of that." And
yeah, so if you see Matt's new show is about him living in Rosebud.
Yeah.
Being gay.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of things that he's not dealing with being on breakfast radio.
Yeah, that's my hardest challenge.
Cool.
Getting up those mornings are killer, especially when I sleep through my breakfast radio slot. It's really... I don't know why they keep hiring me.
I don't know how you're still in the job.
Yeah.
What's the show called? Do we know that yet?
Mine?
Yeah.
Working title, We're Living in the Future.
We're living in the future.
Yeah.
Mad. Cool. And yeah, you said it was all about futuristic stuff, 2015. Mayan calendar type things.
Mayan calendar.
Mayan calendar.
Oh, no, that's 2012.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the 2015 thing?
You're upsetting the Star Wars fans, you're upsetting the Back to the Future fans.
Oh, Back to the Future fans, sorry, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, we could have gone with that. What's the third Back to the Future?
Back to the Future 3.
Correct. Okay, good. Return of the
Mac.
Michael J. Fox.
Should be called Return of the Doc.
Return of the Doc. Return of the Doc. Cool.
Except that song wouldn't have been written yet.
Or would it? Because they would have gone.
Well,
Johnny B. Good wasn't written either.
Continuously written.
It's either always written or never written.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Cool. And you've got a gig tomorrow our time.
Yeah, tomorrow our time.
Not
yeah.
tomorrow when you see this.
Probably not. I doubt it severely.
It's not going to come out tonight, so no.
So that's good promotion.
Alright, cool. So we'll do this right. Oh yeah, so how'd that one go? Because they won't know. It would be done.
No. I'm sure it was fine.
I'm sure it was fine. That's the review. The official review.
That's a shitty review.
I'm sure it was fine.
I'm sure
Didn't
it was
even
fine.
see it.
The Herald Sun. I'm sure it was fine.
Oh, Lord. Cool. So, hoverboards.
Hoverboards. Look out for them. They're coming.
They're coming?
They're coming, yeah. The Kickstarter.
I did just see something,
Yeah, the Kickstarter has got its funding.
It looked big and cumbersome, though.
Yeah, it's quite loud and cumbersome and irritating. But they did put Tony Hawk on...
Yeah.
Because they did the college...
He was doing a half pipe.
He was trying. He was trying to do anything.
And it was just sort of out of control,
I have no friction. Yeah. This is a useless invention. But it's cool.
Yeah. But it was cool. Yeah, it was because they did the jokey one that everyone bought.
Yeah.
And then they...
Because that's... Part of their Kickstarter campaign was to get a ride for 5 minutes when they launched.
Oh, okay.
But he's Tony Hawk, so he just gets to have a ride.
Anyway, yeah.
He probably didn't even kick in.
I think I was watching with
He's like
someone...
the guy who eats a slice of pizza and
just
put
gets
in
it
at the end.
Yeah, but if that guy who is the world skate champion...
He can afford to put
He can
in.
afford his own pizza. I think I was watching that clip with someone and they were like, he's having that much trouble and he's the greatest skater there ever was.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get like a...
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like... I think Cracked were talking about it. I don't know if it was in an article or on their podcast, but they were talking about the reason we don't have it is because there's no point to it.
Apart from it was in the film and we wanted it.
Yeah. Which I maintain is good enough reason.
Yeah, it's good enough reason. But yeah.
There's plenty of things that
there's no point to.
Yeah, like...
But also...
Furbies.
I don't know what that
and
is.
Slinkies.
Slinkies.
They don't really have a function.
No, it's...
They're amusement, yeah. And that's what
this would be
a
amusement.
hoverboard is, yeah.
But also, I reckon it'd be sick because there's no leg pushing like in a skateboard.
I'm sure you have to do something at some point.
That's true. How do you do that?
Like, that's Marty McFly even had to...
Oh, yeah, he was doing that. Yes.
The implication wasn't perpetual motion.
It's just jet. I think I want jet boards as opposed to hoverboard.
You got the hoverboard with the rocket extension with power. So you can go over water. Yeah.
Wow. That's knowledge of that film that I don't have.
Everybody knows hoverboards don't work.
I know that much. You got to have power. I know that much.
Yeah, so he put the jet extensions on there.
Okay, I don't remember.
It's like a whole set. He unlocks it like a Halliburton case. And
ooh, and he puts and gets to go. Classic stuff. Rest in peace, Robert Zemeckis. May or may not be dead. But is he dead?
At this point, I would say not, but if this stays on the internet long enough, yes.
At one point, rest in peace,
This
Robert
will
Zemeckis.
be an accurate statement. That's how time works.
I think he did. I think Robert Zemeckis did.
I don't think that he did.
No?
No, I'm going to look it up.
I know Ramis did.
Yeah, Ramis did.
And he had some connection with Back to the Future. Didn't he?
He might have enjoyed it.
He didn't write it or anything?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
I'm going to look up both of these things. So.
Alright.
Robert Zemeckis.
Just to make sure that my rest in pieces
gets... Well, look, like we said, it will eventually be... like, with the passing of time. Because then we can just pull that clip out.
No, Robert Zemeckis
still
very much alive.
Very much alive.
So where's that Back to the Future 4, hey, Robbie?
I think he's over it.
That's true. They should do a reboot with an all-female cast. Nice segue. What do you think of that Ghostbusters reboot with the all-female cast?
I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't see why it's an issue at all.
No, it wasn't. I don't think anyone... Well, I mean, some idiots probably do, but I don't think the bulk of the about it was that it was all female.
The only connection that Harold Ramis has with Back to the Future that I can find through a few seconds of Googling...
the old 10 seconds you spent on it.
...is the Earth Day special from, I think it was 1985, where they got a bunch of like obscure characters together and they talked about Earth Day, and it's a really, like, it's a well-known piece of pop culture. I haven't actually watched it, but like, I'm all aware of its existence, and it had a whole bunch of, like, so it's got Harold Ramis as Spengler, and here it's got elements from Back to the Future.
Okay.
A few other things in there.
Alright.
That I know of.
So, alright, so there's no Ramis Back to the Future connection. Yeah, no, with the Ghostbusters, I don't think anyone was like, it's all girls. I think some people were just like, just leave it, like, don't reboot it and it be shit.
No, because we've been wanting it rebooted for a long time. But even
some people,
Aykroyd is still like,
just leave it.
No, this will happen, but I've got my own plan.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still got, like, a plan to do...
With them?
Well,
okay.
I suppose not with all of them now, but...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was reading about it the other day.
Because Bill Murray was on Letterman maybe 6 months ago, and he was the one who started the idea of all women, an all women Ghostbusters reboot. Anyway, I think that the casting's great though. Kate McKinnon, brilliant. Kristen Wiig, brilliant. Melissa McCarthy, brilliant. Leslie Jones from SNL, brilliant. Is it everyone? I think that's all.
Unless they're going to turn Rick Moranis' character into a female as well. Gender switch both of those characters.
And then all the male. Susan Sarandon's like Ryan Gosling.
Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon.
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver, sorry. Yeah.
Look, I feel like Sigourney Weaver and Ryan Gosling's the fair swap.
Yeah, I think that's the best. In her day, Sigourney Weaver was the Ryan Gosling.
Single dad, raising a kid.
There you go. That'd be good. I always forget that Ryan Gosling is married and has children with Eva Mendes.
Oh, beautiful children.
Yeah, and it always hurts me. Yeah. I'm just like, well, that's just, I feel like, you know,
Ryan
there's
Gosling.
people dying.
Yeah, there are people dying. Yeah.
And you have...
That, I don't know why they...
Just saying, it's not fair. Life's not fair.
Life is not fair. Nobody sat you down on day one and it was going to like, Martin, life will be very fair. And make sure you point out every time that it's not. But
it's almost like the Gosling and Eva Mendes thing is just a big fuck you to humanity.
I feel like they don't even love each other.
They just do it and just go, imagine if this happened.
Yeah.
Because I can. Yeah.
Well,
I would have maybe with Eva Mendes if I could.
Yeah, I suppose so. But no, I feel like Gosling is probably the luckiest guy around because his, like, most people have to fight their stereotype because you get labelled with a negative stereotype. His stereotype is that he's a feminist. Feminist Ryan Gosling. That's the thing. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's just like, okay,
I'll take that stereotype.
Yes. Luckiest motherfucker around.
Yeah. Seems like a good dude from what I've seen.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of
good dudes.
Lovely gentlemen who do films who haven't had just... Or the feminists have just gone, no, he's one of us. We'll take him.
Which, yeah, it's funny. Like, if he looked like Jonah Hill, maybe that would be less jumping.
I feel like feminist Jonah Hill could be a thing. That's a thing.
Could be a thing.
We could make it a thing. Just
push the fact that he's a massive feminist.
No, just start making feminist Jonah Hill memes.
Hey girl, yeah, well, hey.
See how quickly that picks up.
Hey girl. It's Jonah Hill. Cool. So what's happening with me? Not much. The another show's slowly but surely coming. just the end.
Like death.
It's actually a race.
Creeping up on you.
It's a race at this point. I don't know what will happen first. Just keeping you in suspense. Just like the 2-year, 3-year build up of this show.
The suspense only lasts for so long.
Just keep.
Suspense turns into.
Yeah, I'm over
it. Apathy.
Yeah, that's right. That's what.
That's the natural progression.
It'll happen. I'm kicking the thing.
Frame. That's not helping us. There goes your
earthquake.
Emmy. There goes your Emmy.
It's not my Emmy, it's my Logie.
Whatever.
Keeping it local.
Keeping it local.
I don't want no stinking at me, alright? I'm trying to give back to the community.
That you've taken so much from.
That's alright. They've given me so much. That's why I'm struggling to put my own web series together.
Yeah.
That's funny. The dress is blue and black.
Yes.
For those of you watching this in 3 months, remember the dress thing? Remember the dress thing? That was crazy. That was the dress, Coney.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna catch the dress.
The dress was doing child armies. I don't know.
The dress was worn by child soldiers.
I forget.
And causing disarray.
That's funny. Any good movies? Seen any good movies lately? What are you watching? What are you reading?
What am I reading? I'm reading.
So no, the movies, obviously.
Well, I mean, we can come back to that.
Okay.
Last one I watched was Rosewater, and it was great.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
The film before that was Best Picture, so.
The movie was called Best Picture?
No, it won Best Picture.
What? Which was what? Selma?
Birdman.
Oh, okay. Should have been Selma.
No, I'm happy with it being Birdman.
They did a Birdman joke. I've not seen it, so they did a Birdman joke on SNL, and I was lost the whole time. So, right.
The Big Birdman sketch is great.
Okay.
It's like a shot-for-shot parody of
Wow.
like that main known shot where Birdman is behind Michael Keaton.
Yeah, and that's all I understood from the SNL thing. But yeah, obviously. What are you reading?
Look, it's alright. The book's called 2033 by a Russian author whose name escapes me right now, and I like the premise. And I'm nearly finished. I'm like 100 pages from the end. But I don't know, I've said this to a few people, I don't know if it's the story or the translation, but there's elements of the language that are used that are just, they could have been phrased better.
Yeah. No, fair.
It's good. It's interesting text. Because it's part of my research for a show this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that big stack of books is about. We just find the common themes and find some things that are funny.
Yeah. Is this meant to be funny, this one, or not?
No, not many of them are.
Okay.
But, yeah, let's find the funny in the dystopia.
Yeah, that's right. Chappie, then you'll be interested.
Yes, Chappie, yeah, I'm keen for Chappie.
Yeah. Not that I know how funny that'll be, but...
Look, I feel like there'll be elements, because they've got that,
it's
like...
no Johnny Five.
No, but they've got that thug character who's gonna, from what I can see in the trailer, teach Chappie to fight.
Oh, Jesus. There's a wax on, wax off
move. Encourage him to fight at least.
Okay.
Teach him about the virtue of fighting.
Oh, well. Alright.
Standing up for oneself.
Okay.
Like the Los Locos gang.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh, man.
Dirty, grittier.
Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman.
Yeah, meant to be brilliant. Edward Norton.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's perfectly cast. Everyone is pitch perfect.
Okay.
Beautiful meta casting of Michael Keaton, because he, Batman coming forward.
Yeah.
Which is fun for those of us who know, which is most people.
Yeah, most people.
But you sort of don't need to know that to enjoy it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, looks good. Top 5 is coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow our time. Yeah.
Where?
Everywhere. Live release. Yeah. I know. Isn't that weird?
Oh, we're not.
Yeah. It just sort of crept up out of nowhere. Yeah. And the only reason I know is because I've been continuously waiting for it. Oh, and the fact that Chris Rock's here.
He's not.
Promoting it. Yeah.
What's he on? Where has he been?
He's not done anything yet. He just got here yesterday.
I assume that's Facebook information.
Yeah, it's just him taking selfies in front of the Opera House going, I'm here, Australia.
Well, he's not here.
And
he's there.
And I think there's a premiere tonight in Sydney.
Right.
And then it comes out tomorrow, I think. Is how that works. So, can't wait.
Well,
have not downloaded it or anything.
Tomorrow's Thursday, so it's usual.
Oh, is it a Thursday?
Release date, yeah.
and I've
I've
not downloaded
not downloaded it, as you shouldn't.
I'm not sure, but like the ones that I don't really care about, I do just get it just to watch. But this one, I've
So if you're listening, ASIO,
not.
that's the one.
Come at me, bitch. There's a whole bunch of reasons ASIO want me. That's the least of it. Look at this beard.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, you and...
Yeah, it's a top 5. I want to see it.
Make sure you do it before your appointment with ASIO.
I'll do it in my appointment.
In your appointment? How long is that appointment?
They're like, hey, I'm watching a movie.
It's alright. They'll know. They'll have all your metadata. And they'll know. You can email, what's his name? Brandis? No. I think it's Brandis. People have been emailing Brandis.
Right. Yeah, that one. But I think they, Turnbull uses, they found out that Turnbull uses an app on his phone that, so they can't get his metadata.
Yeah.
Like a secret, app, like an app that covers everything.
That will one day turn out like Snapchat to have just a collection somewhere.
Or the fact that it's like, you're so sus on it that you don't use it, and you want us to be cool.
So you get programs like Ghostery and stuff like that. I mean, Ghostery is just sort of for stopping them from tracking your... It's like from selling information to third parties and stuff like that. But
yes, it's a 5, comes out. Looks funny. Aziz Ansari is working on a series because Parks and Rec is finished.
Of course, yeah.
So, a series that he's doing that he's going to write and be in charge of.
So that should be interesting. He's going to be on the writing team.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not playing...
Which apparently Parks and Rec, a lot of the people were anyway because they would pick stuff on the floor and that stuff.
But if he's like on the ground floor, pitching, like writing, building ideas from the
like his 30 Rock sort of thing. It's going to be sick.
Hopefully he's steering away from... I mean, him as a comic has sort of steered away from... Because that Tom Haverford character was very much like his comedic persona.
Yeah.
Of, 5 years ago or whatever, yeah. So hopefully he steers away from that a bit. Maybe. I mean, his last show was about relationships and about the trouble with finding relationships.
His last stand-up show?
It was special.
Which was what again?
I don't know the title of it. I haven't actually seen it. I just I've seen a lot of interviews with him. I've read a lot of interviews with him, and when I was in New York, he did a drop in at the Cellar, and that was he was like rehearsing shit for that or pitching ideas to the crowd.
I saw it. I think it's the latest one. I saw it. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and it was like very thinky as opposed to just ball and stuff. I was like, wow. Did a whole bit about gay marriage and stuff, so it's pretty good.
So he's become a really sort of...
well, there's a lot more to him than Randy.
Oh, yeah, but he's become a bigger person than his...
than Tom Haverford?
Yeah, Tom Haverford allowed him to be, so hopefully that carries over into the new series, because I'd like to see him do more stuff like that. I think he's a pretty switched on guy. Yeah.
Well, the writing team was going to be him, obviously some of his mates, and Harris Whittles. And Harris Whittles unfortunately passed away. So I don't know whether that's going to take longer now, or whether they had even started writing or whatever. And I think he's doing a screenplay and stuff, so that'll be fun. Oh, Trainwreck.
Yeah, I'm up for Trainwreck.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, it looks mad.
That was very cool. Have you
it's
seen...
exactly what you think
Amy
Schumer's vehicle
film.
is. But it's good. It looks good. LeBron James looks funny in it. Bill Hader.
But have you seen people's response to it and her response to people's response, where people are like...
She shouldn't be a leading lady because she's not good looking enough?
Yeah, she's a bit like... whatever, which is just fucking ridiculous. But... yeah, she's got some responses out there that are fantastic.
Well, I just saw her one response, which was her in bikini, and I was like, God damn, looks good to me.
Marty stamp of approval.
Yeah, and it's not even, like, I didn't have an issue anyway, because there's a whole bunch of, more curvaceous women doing, like, no one says anything about Melissa McCarthy being really, like...
I'm sure she has.
I'm sure she gets it, but it's like, there's been a whole bunch. We love it.
But she's always like, I mean, not that Schubin's not going to be funny in Trainwreck.
But she's always... yeah,
because it's always like,
slapsticky.
Yeah.
Okay. But, Bridget Jones
they're okay with people being funny.
Big,
if
like,
they're big.
yeah, right.
Which is what, Drew Carey and Jonah Hill had to struggle with when they started to lose a bit of weight.
You can't be an actual leading lady that. Yeah. But Amy Schumer's a beast. That's different. That's just misplaced.
I know.
Yeah, it's misplaced. It's not like she's like.
So it's not like she's a beast.
She's not like she's a beast. She's a beast.
Different emphasis.
And plus, when you get to write it yourself,
Of course.
Then you get to, you know what I mean? It's like
You've done all the hard yards.
Yeah, you get to do what you want.
Well, that's like
if you've written it.
Kumail Nanjiani's putting together a script which is about how him and his wife got married. I assume he'll play the lead, but
yeah, maybe
he might not.
Well, Simon Helberg, the guy from Big Bang Theory, Simon Helberg.
Oh, that guy, yeah, he wrote a script, yeah.
Well, the movie's out, and
lead,
he plays the lead. He plays himself because it's an actual story about him and his wife.
Yeah, I did see that.
I've not seen the film yet, but it looks pretty funny.
I mean, if I wrote an age-appropriate script, I'd expect that
it's me.
I'd be part of the package.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that
I mean, but some people want
at this point, but
some people just want to write. Some people don't want to. Larry David wrote this play that he's doing now on Broadway, and he wrote it, and he didn't really want to play the main guy, but they're like, only you can do it. So
you write with your own voice.
It's like, God damn it.
I guess Spike Milligan was like that. I mean, he was doing theatre, and they had that that script that I can't remember the name of it now, and it really annoys me that I can't. But he was going through major depression at the time, and he was having trouble getting out of bed, so he was just in bed for the entire thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're just Spike Milligan.
Writing
We will accommodate you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, so some people just want to write, but yeah, I mean, Amy Schumer gets to do what she wants. Plus, it's not that big a leap from her doing her sitcom. Yeah. And also, and she does cop it, so I get it. But Mindy.
Oh yeah, Mindy Kaling. Yeah.
Mindy. I mean, she's the lead in her TV show all the time and romantic all the time. So
yeah.
And I'm sure she does cop it too. But
yeah, most of her interviews are about people's responses to her show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure she comes. The funny one is that because the Late Late Show, is doing a thing where it's guest. Until James Corden takes over. Yeah. Well, Whitney Cummings did it, and I love it. Love it. Whitney Cummings' "You Made It Weird" with Pete Holmes is the best by far. It's amazing.
I don't think I've gotten that far yet.
Are you going in order?
I started with a few recent ones when I started with the recent ones when I discovered it, and then I went back and I was like, wow, I'm interested in this.
Okay.
I'd like to follow its progression.
Oh yeah, but I'm just picking and choosing the people, the guests,
right.
like if I know them, you know. But yeah, and the thing with Whitney Cummings though is that it's like, and I love you if you're watching, but it's almost like she's not watching, but it's almost like if it's like Whitney Cummings a little bit wishes she wasn't as good looking as she was, right? So most of her jokes would land because Whitney Cummings makes all these jokes about how she's not great looking or not really attractive or not the Hollywood look, and it's right. But it's like you're hot, and everyone loves you, like you're a beast. Like she's like, I've got all this gear. If I was not attractive, it would land. Like it's like you're right, yeah.
Life is rough. Huh?
It's like you're good looking, yeah. You don't have to do all that gear. It's like I only know how to do self-deprecating gear, but I'm good looking, so it's tough to do. Oh, what do they want with a girl like me? I'm so scruffy. It's like, what are you talking about? You're like one of the hottest women on TV. It's like, God damn it. That's why she's one of the main writers of Two Broke Girls, yeah?
Right, yeah.
And
can't say that I'm a fan.
Well, I wasn't, and then I realised it was Whitney, and I was like, and then I looked at it different, and I'm like, it's half taking the piss, this show. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it very knows.
I know what you mean.
It very knows that these jokes are sitcom-y jokes, and it's just hamming it up a little bit. Like, it's, yeah. And then I realised, because I was like, are they serious right now? And then I realised it was Whitney and a whole bunch of, one of Pete Holmes' good mates who wrote for the Be Home show, who's also a writer on it and stuff. And I'm like, this is like a taken the piss thing, you know? And then the jokes become very funny because you're like, as if. But the thing is that,
or are you giving it too much credit?
I don't think so. I love Whitney. I think she's I don't think she's just that shit.
No, I'm not saying that she's shit, but she's got to make money. You got to make bank, and you got to operate within the system. And sometimes you've got to do pitch a couple of shitty jokes in a sitcom.
Oh yeah. Maybe. I think it's this massive take the piss. Well, either way, it's hitting an audience.
Yeah, it is hitting an audience. That's true. It's more than we'll ever see me.
Yeah. But what I mean is that all the jokes are used on it. She gets to use a lot of her I'm not pretty fodder as the voices on the show instead of her.
Get it out there.
Yeah. And then she'll do it.
But then neither of the girls who are the leads in that are particularly...
Pretty brilliant, yeah.
Horrible people.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty hot too. So, but yeah, that's the Whitney thing. Whereas Amy gets to get away with it. Not get away with it, but Amy...
Mean.
Huh?
Mean.
No, not get away with it, but like, can just be that brutally honest. And everyone go, I guess you would think that. Whereas with Whitney, like, you can't possibly think that, right? Like, with Amy, you're like, I'm sure you have insecurities, Whereas Whitney, you're like, you have insecurities? Like, no, Amy's a beast, I love her. So yeah, Trainwreck looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, a few new stuff. Tina Fey. Yeah, so there's a movie coming out with Tina Fey, Maya Rudolph, a whole bunch of people. Written by Paula Pell, a head writer of SNL. Called Sisters. Where these sisters go back to their childhood home and their parents are selling it. And they choose to have one big house party before they sell it as adults.
Yeah.
Looks funny. Looks very hilarious.
So it's potential for comedy in the same way that, like, what is it? Death at a Funeral. Like, a big gathering of obscure characters.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't have the moral.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was thinking more, it's like a Grown Ups, but for women. You know how Grown Ups is like a reunion of all the old boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try and sell it like that if you want people to see it.
Well, say what you will, but those are two very high grossing movies, so it's like...
Yeah, you know what, so was 50 Shades of Grey. So.
No, but there was a sequel, so obviously it did well enough that the sequel was high grossing as well. People didn't go with that.
That still doesn't mean
Look,
anything.
Adam Sandler, to me and you, hasn't been funny since the mid-90s, but there's obviously a lot of people who still find him funny, because his movies
a lot of
still
people are
make a
still
lot.
just giving him a chance. Which
Every
is
time a movie comes out?
admirable.
That's crazy.
They want him to. They just want him to be what they
But
remember.
also, my brother and his wife and their kids love his movies, because they're comedies that you can sit the kids in front of, and it's not too...
Which is fine. It's sort of what Johnny Depp's going through at the moment. He came out and he was just sort of like, I want to make some films that my kids can watch.
Yeah. So, Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2, that's great. It's comedy enough that the folks can have a few chuckles and the kids can, enjoy it. And it made two. So, but yeah, obviously this is going to be way funnier than those because it's not at that market. Look, it's not a family film.
Well, look, I'm willing to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I would like to think that
The sisters, huh? Yeah.
It will land well.
Yeah, I think so. Too many, well, I mean, you could say that about Grown Ups. I was going to say there's too many good people for it to fail, but Grown Ups is pretty star-studded. But I think it'll be good. And I think there's a serious movie coming out with Tina Fey in it. The name's not coming to me, but she's trying her hand at a bit of serious acting. So that could be good too.
She's gone through a Jim Carrey phase.
He did it very well.
But he did it well, yeah.
So yeah, what time are we on?
I have no idea. I haven't been
We've not been timing. It doesn't do the little county thing.
It does when it's like flipped over the other way. I don't know why it doesn't do it when it's this way, but it's alright. This little diatribe can be cut out.
The part where we talk about it? Nothing is cut.
That's our problem.
It's funny. Well, let's give him something to go away with. Because it's your mother. J.K. Simmons. Call your mother. Did you see that? J.K. Simmons when he won Best Supporting Actor. It was like, everyone call your mother. Or call your father. Call your parents.
Well, that was also a McDonald's campaign. They were like, we will give you this meal for free if you call your mum and tell her that you love her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because apparently millennials are the first generation to have a major decline in McDonald's sales.
Oh, McDonald's has that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant calling mother steaks. Like, what?
No, and they're like, so they've launched a couple of ad campaigns to try and get millennials. And I don't know how.
It's just the millennials switched on to health.
Well, yeah, they're much more. They're living in a different world and have a different mindset about shit.
Yeah.
But it's freaking
Free
McDonald's.
Macca's, yeah.
Because they've had the first major decline in sales
and
since
like, hey,
ever.
Free Macca's, just call your folks.
Well, that was the film. That was the ad campaign.
That's
they
good.
put an ad online and they were like, and then when families came in, they were like, oh, do this thing. They're getting people to dance for a meal. Dance for our meal.
What did you have to do? Call them at the counter?
At the counter. Call your mum.
How do you know it's the mum? You don't know it's the mum. Could we just anyone?
Could be. Yeah,
Hey, Matty, I love you.
No, you just be like, hey, mum.
Hey,
Like,
Mum.
what the fuck are you talking about? I love you.
Marty's trying to get Free Macca's again. Give me Big Mac.
I will play along if you get me food.
Alright, Mum, I love you. Now I want 2 Big Macs. Alright, that's cool. Youth. Alright, well, look out for all those things we mentioned. Look out for his Fringe show. But I dare say we'd have another Mattress talk before then.
Yeah.
Twitter, as always, my Harvey stuff. Marty Lol's show.
It's good that you know that.
My little show.
What was that?
Harvey stuff.
What's this? Are you going to swoon as well?
It's really hot. I'm Gestapoed. What? That's not the term. What is it?
No.
I'm verklempt. Verklempt. Verklempt?
Sure.
Okay. And keep it gangster.
Keep it gangster. Ooh.
That's my.
I don't get away with saying
That's
things
my.
like that.
That's my
That's your
outgo.
out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm alright with that being your out.
Keep it gangster.
I was alright with that.
No. Just it went too far.
Yeah.
Someone was just and keep it gangster. That was better.
Keep thyself gangster. And yeah, let's go.
Keep it gangster.
Go see live comedy.
Yeah. Go see some live comedy.
Plenty of rooms in Melbourne.
Yep. Do it. It's funny and it's often cheap and it's a good date.
It's often free.
It's often free.
It's not always a good date, but it's often a good time.
But really, the good date is in your hands. Like you know.
Hello.
If it's really good, it's in your hands.
A bad date is in your
A bad date is in your hands. Okay, that's great. We'll leave it there. Bye.